So something that I have been thinking about is I think a lot of times when people think about manifestations, prayers answered, any of that, that they think about like the big things, the house, the job, the baby, the partner, the whatever. And I think sometimes it's really easy to not think about the small things that make a big impact. So a couple weeks ago, I posted a video about how I didn't have any makeup. I felt so uninspired by my makeup and how it just wasn't working for me, and how I used to work at Sephora and have all these options and have all these things to play with and try new products, but I just financially and like not really in a place where that is possible for me. And I got a gift card to Sephora for my, not for my birthday. I got a gift card to Sephora for Christmas, and I was gonna get like, just like an eyebrow pencil or something, something I really needed. I needed some concealer. But what I really felt like I've been missing is fun and play and just having products to like explore and experience. And yeah, just a little bit more than just the bare minimum. So my sister works at Sephora and she hooked me up. She gave me so many good gifts of products. I'm just so excited. And she also got me a lot for Christmas. So I feel like I have spent $0 and my makeup collection has already expanded, and like that deserves to be celebrated. That is a win in and of itself. Like I wanted more makeup and now I have more makeup, and I spent $0 of my own money. And while that is small, the small things matter just as much as the big things. So I wanted to kind of show some of the fun products that I got, and I'm trying some of them out for the first time today, which is just so fun. So I got a primer, and it's one of those like shimmer primers, and it's like a gripping primer, so that's really exciting. I got a foundation, a Laura Mercier foundation. I just played with this Hourglass skin tint. I got a couple concealers. I was gonna try the House Labs because I use the House Labs foundation and I love it, so I thought that we could try this. I got some blushes. I got this liquid blush. I got this Rare Beauty liquid blush, this Urban Decay. So like, so fun, so many colors. I got a new mascara, which was one of the things on my list. I was desperate for mascara, a lipstick, and a liquid eyeshadow. So that's really fun and really exciting. So thank you so much, Mallory. You're the realist. I just feel so grateful and so blessed. And now I feel like I can use my gift card for actually something fun and inspiring. So I'm thinking, I've always wanted to try a lip stain, and I desperately need some more eyeshadow palettes. I think that would help just round out my collection, just in addition to like the basic things that I need. But just what a blessing, how fun. More syrup. So one of my goals for this year is to be a little bit more intentional with my YouTube videos. Up until this point, I've just recorded and then kind of created the videos from my recordings. I have gone in with zero plan, zero intention, zero script. I just kind of, I mean, even now, I literally just was like, oh, I'm gonna put on makeup, just put the camera out because why not? I'm just sitting here doing this anyway. May as well talk to myself. The word I gave myself for this year is intention, and I would like that intention to extend through multiple facets of my life. And one of those is my social media presence. And I would like to just be a little bit more intentional with showing up and like actually coming in with a plan. So now that I'm thinking 2 steps ahead after already recording this video, I actually am going to spend a little bit of time in the pantry. So a challenge that I am giving myself in the month of January is we're not eating out at all. And then in the month of February, we can only eat out 4 times, which would be about once a week. And I would like to save those, not for like, oh, I don't want to cook dinner, let's just go to Chick-fil-A, but I would really like to save those for like actual nice restaurants and places that we want to go out and eat. And that's where the intention piece comes in, because there is just such a different energy between, oh, I don't want to cook, I don't know what to do, where do we go? Okay, well, we don't really have that much money, so let's just pick somewhere kind of cheap. All right, Chick-fil-A or sandwiches or whatever, versus, oh my gosh, do you know what sounds so good? Oh, I would love to just go out to brunch on Sunday and let's go to wherever, whatever sounds actually good, and actually making that choice actively instead of passively and like being forced to. So I used to cook from home almost exclusively, and then when I was at my previous job, my workload increased like seemingly overnight, where just the whole concept of like meal planning and cooking and just being in the kitchen felt just so daunting. And that was also the same time that we found Trader Joe's. And if you don't know, Trader Joe's has such good frozen food, like genuinely good frozen food. I don't know how they do it. I don't know why no one else is on that same level, but they did. So I just kind of started, I was like, okay, well, just temporarily, we'll just kind of get these like frozen meals because that's easy. And then as soon as you kind of get out of a habit, it's really easy to have that be your new normal and have that be the new habit. And so all of a sudden, you know, it would be Sunday, we wouldn't have any food, and I'm like, oh, I don't want a meal plan, I don't want to do this, I don't want to blah, blah, that feels so overwhelming. Also people who shop at like multiple stores, so like it was like, oh, I don't want to have to go to Aldi and Publix and Trader Joe's and Whole Foods or whatever, like all the places that we went, because each had like different things. More chocolate? Are you talking about more chocolate milk? So you did like it. I knew you would like it, silly goose. Who doesn't like chocolate milk? I like it. I know you would. I knew you would. So there was this almost feeling of like, okay, well, if we just go to Trader Joe's, I don't need to do like a grocery list. And then that happened for like a month and then 2 months. And then I was so out of the habit, and we just had like no routines and systems that it just felt so overwhelming. Then we moved here, I got pregnant, and my workload continued to increase. I had a baby, I was working from home with a baby, and then pretty much since then, like I just haven't been able to get back on track. And I've been trying here and there, but I was like, okay, we need to do something extreme. And so the extreme thing is just no eating out. I can't lean on that as a crunch. My family here is also fasting, so they're not eating for 21 days, which means only Devin, Scarlett, and I are eating. So I've also taken that as a challenge to clear out the fridge and the pantry. That way we can start fresh when the time comes. So that's actually what this video will be about today, even though this is what we've been talking about. I've just been over here yapping. So that's what today's video is actually going to be about, is I want to look in the pantry. I want to organize said pantry, and I want to bring the things that need to be used up to the front, grocery shop around those things. Hopefully by the end of the month, things are cleared out and we can kind of just start fresh from there and build up pantry staples and just make room for new stuff coming in. I like that idea. I'll do it afterwards, but it's probably good if you were or do Pinterest, but Something I have had to learn to accept when it comes to organizing is that it's never done. That it's actually never fully done. That I had just organized the pantry maybe 4 months ago, 5 months ago, and it already needs a whole other overhaul. So I think I've definitely been someone to get trapped in this idea that, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna organize this, I'm gonna clean out the fridge, and then I'm good, I'm set. Like, that's actually not true. Or I'll go through my closet and I'm like, okay, perfect, it's set, it's good. That's not true. I mean, I've been purging literally all of 2024, and I just feel like it's just, I'm getting closer and closer and closer, but there's just so many layers and so many levels of just stuff to get through, and that the turnover is never done. It's a constant state of resetting, unclogging the system, and then also what's working for me in this season. Something I've recently done when I've been organizing and purging is leaving room for growth. So what that could look like is, you know, organizing your tea station or coffee station. Like, don't fill everything up. Leave a couple spaces, because inevitably stuff is going to come in and you have to find a space for it. So in my baking shelf here, there is room. And at first I was like, oh, I could put the chia seeds and the flax seeds. I'm like, no, actually, I'm not going to do that, because inevitably my baking supply is going to increase, and I'd like to have space for that, for when I get different flours or just other baking things. I actually don't have nearly as much as I thought I did. A lot of it was just more of a consolidation issue and less of a space issue. So we have tons of pancake mix. That's not a problem. We do eat a lot of pancakes. That's a really easy thing. So a couple of the fun things I found, these jumbo shells. So I'm gonna do some stuffed shells. I'm kind of thinking, obviously you could do like this, the traditional sausage marinara cheese, but I'm kind of thinking like butternut squash or something like, you know, something like that. It just sounds really good. So I'm gonna definitely try and do something like that this week. We have so many dry beans, so I'm going to, you can like soak them overnight, and then I think you can pressure cook them to make them a little easier to digest. So I'll definitely be experimenting with some beans. The only cereal we have in here, well, there's like some Cheerios, but that's more for the babies, is Rice Krispies. So I'm gonna get some marshmallows, make some Rice Krispie treats. That's just such an easy, fun dessert. And I think I can maybe even get the girls involved. I just had some random like rice things, so I'm gonna use to prioritize those for lunch for the kiddos, just to make it a little bit more interesting and fun for them. There's randomly a lot of like cream of chicken soup in there. I'm pretty sure that's like from Thanksgiving, so that'll be easy to add to like, you know, baked chicken, or even if I did like a soup, to add like a creamy element to it. So I'll use some of that. And then the rest of it's honestly pretty basic: beans, rice, oats. Oh, we have eggnog. We have eggnog from Christmas that expires in a couple days. So Deb and I both had the idea separately. So which is kind of funny. Of like, okay, well, what do we even do with eggnog? We make buttermilk pancakes. They're delicious. Buttermilk and eggnog kind of have that same like thick consistency. So we'll use the eggnog in place of buttermilk in the pancake recipe, and then add just a little bit of nutmeg to the batter. So you'll make like an eggnog pancake in theory. And then I made some bread the other day that was perfect. It was so good. We think would be delicious as French toast. It's like really thick and like spongy. So we're actually going to use the eggnog as part of the custard, and then add some egg yolk to it just to make it a little thicker. an eggier, I guess, for a French toast, like an eggnog French toast. And the other stuff that was just kind of random that expires soon, I mean, mayo, that's like not really, I can't base a recipe around mayo, but maybe I can be a little bit more intentional. Maybe we can do like chicken salad or something. Because also the problem is that there are 5 people who live here and 3 of us have confirmed ADHD. And so because of that, if things aren't front and center, the 3 of us just don't know what is here, what is around, what we can use. So it has to be visible. So I'm gonna also keep that in mind. And it is something I keep in mind like when I'm organizing. So like with my baking stuff, I put the backstock behind it. And then same thing with like the pancakes or pancake mixes and stuff up here. There were a couple that we had doubles, so I like did it almost like grocery store style where it's like one in front of the other. That way that space behind is being utilized, but if we don't see it, it's not going to be used. If I don't see it, I'm not going to use it. And I'm probably one of the people who's in the kitchen the most, so I definitely have to tailor things to my own brain. I am just gonna finish just kind of some of the basic organization, get the rest of the stuff that's out of the pantry back into the pantry, and start creating a grocery list so I can get those meals done.
You hold on with your hand, please.
We started cooking before I realized I didn't have a camera or anything to film, but here's our eggnog creations. So we had that like half gallon of eggnog that was nearly full. So we have a double batch of pancakes. It smells pretty good. And then we did some French toast with whatever bread we had left over. We'll see. It seems a little thicker than a usual French toast, but maybe it'll still taste all right. Oh, those came out very different. We'll get back with you.
The lighting.
We'll get back with you for the taste test. Right, we wanted to do the taste test of the eggnog French toast. That's French toast.
But is it good?
Yeah, it's good. I think it's good because we had to use the eggnog, but I don't think I would use eggnog if I didn't have any that I needed to use up. I think milk and eggs works just fine. Scarlett liked it, mostly because it has syrup.
You love syrup. It's really warm too.
We are not eating out this month at all, and I'm really pushing myself to start cooking from home. I need to do a grocery run, so I just kind of was like clearing out the fridge to make something for dinner, and how fun. So we had some leftover mushrooms that we need, this huge thing of basil that I was going to use up. I found these sun-dried tomatoes in the pantry. We have some bits of cream cheese that need used up, a little bit of spinach, a little bit of cheese, so that I could do like a cream sauce with some cheese. I don't know, I might use this. It just looked like it would kind of go with all this stuff. And then some pasta, and then defrosted some chicken. So like, it's like a full meal, or will be one, if I can figure out how to make it.
Hi, baby. Open, shut down.
You the crib, Scarlett? I don't know if that holds
You're really stepping into this role.
I really do like it. I just.
She sings it and does the hands too.
Watch out, baby. It's hot over here.
Hi, Scarlett. Who's Wai? Me.
Who's Scarlett? Who's Scarlett?
It's always intimidating. Sweetheart, I don't think you need any more syrup. I'm just gonna do. If you know how to use this product and you're watching and you're like, that's not how you do it, that's okay. I am trying.